I'm starting. I'm starting the
Oh,
recording. Wait, hold on, hold on. Wow,
Wow.
we made it.
Yay.
Episode 2. We're finally back. Finally back. I don't know what you're talking about. We just uploaded one last week.
Yes, we did.
But we're on episode 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to Half Full TV.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just joining us, this is episode 2 of our Hannah Montana watch through. We did episode 1. Obviously, that's why we're on episode 2. I don't know why I had to explain that. But we're here now.
We are watching them in order.
Yeah.
Each week we're watching one episode. So just like the old days, not really. I don't know how it worked with Hannah Montana, actually.
I don't remember.
I think it... I don't know.
Was it an... I don't... Okay, now I'm trying to remember it back. Like, when I was watching it as a kid, was it an everyday show or was it like a once-a-week show?
Okay, so for me,
Mhm.
I just saw it whenever it was on.
Sure.
So I don't know. I never followed the story. I just put the pieces together.
Yeah, you kind of... That's
so
how
it was
kind
on
of is.
every day at
Yeah.
like 5 something after school.
See, that's the thing that's so weird is that you don't think about it now because everything is so on demand.
Yeah.
But imagine like trying to watch a show, like trying to catch it at the right time. It's just weird. There's
That was
yeah.
that was us before all the premium subscriptions and
That's
know.
true.
Yeah.
The last time I actually had to tune in at a time to watch a show was Game of Thrones,
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like, cause I caught up to Breaking Bad right at the last season.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh wait, this is still on.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to catch it every Sunday, like at a particular time. But that's the last time I ever like tuned in.
When was the last time I did that? It might have been for like Modern Family.
Oh gosh, I started rewatching Modern Family. I don't know why I had this idea that it was overrated in my head, but I'm like, no, it's
There's
really
a reason
good.
why it's won so many awards.
Yeah, it's good. But I enjoyed it the first time I watched it. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember how it ends. Is this
You've
wait,
never seen it. It's
I've
done.
Never,
It's
done. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've never
You haven't
seen
seen
it.
the final season.
I've never seen
Yeah.
it. No. I think I got to the point where Alex starts to go to college.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
like I don't remember. It might have been like season 6 or 7.
Any hoot, we're
We're
not
not here
to
for
talking
Modern
about,
Family.
This is not Modern Family. Wait,
One day.
maybe.
One day.
Maybe if we get to that point after we finish how many episodes of this, because we are going episode by episode. But yeah, we're here to talk about Hannah Montana
Hanny
episode
Montana.
2.
Hanny
I'm gonna just check if
Hanny.
the sampler is working. I'm gonna play that again.
We're
I
gonna
think
do
I'll
that
hit the
every
bass there.
time, guys. We're gonna harmonize.
It's weird
with
because he had like the sam.
yeah, I know. Why is it broken up into 2?
I don't like that.
It's like
Hey, I'm
when
gonna
you
pause the
press it-
recording just to check back on it. Be right back, everyone. You're not gonna notice.
We're back.
All right, and we're back. We're all good. This I get very paranoid. You just know this now because we have recorded like episodes in the past of
the
for a
OG
podcast,
half
and
full pod.
yeah, and I always get paranoid that the recording isn't happening or it's not
Uh-huh.
going well because we've had instances where we've gone the whole way through, didn't record any audio.
Yeah.
We've had instances where when we used to record video that never got through. So I'm always like paranoid. I'm just trying not to think about that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we're not big enough
feel
to
like-
have like an audio guy or something like that. So
It's fine. Whatever.
maybe one day.
I feel like if we ever get famous,
Yeah.
these will be part of like a compilation. Ryan's paranoia, recording paranoia.
Gosh, it's just me pausing the recording a bunch of times
Yeah.
just to make sure. Oh my gosh, did I get that?
Every episode, Ryan has paused the recording.
Yeah, but no, I mean, there's other ways. Either way, but the other goal is that if this podcast gets famous enough to have past people on the show. Come
Yes.
on, right. We were talking about like Miley would probably be like a very very long shot, but I was like, if we can get
Dare
like,
to dream.
Emily Osment
Oh my god.
or Mitchell Musso,
Oh my
to be
God.
on, that would be pretty
Just
cool.
like take my money.
Yeah. And even before we get really into the episode, I had a poll on my personal
Oh yeah,
Instagram.
how'd that go? I didn't want to ask.
I
about
got
the
2 results, so thank you
Nice.
for the people who did respond.
I should actually put
Some
it
old
on
friends
my-
of mine, one from high school and one from university.
Nice.
One of them says think Eric said that out of the 3, Zoey 101 was his favorite.
Nice.
And my other friend Harris, he ranked them as Sweet Life first, then Zoey, then Hannah Montana.
Ah,
So, everyone has their preferences.
Everyone has their preference, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I feel like I like Hannah Montana more than Sweet Life. I don't know why. Like watching it back now.
Yeah.
For some reason, but I think maybe because the characters are like younger, and Sweet Life they're
That's
like
true.
more like kiddies and stuff like that. I don't know.
Did you prefer Sweet Life on Deck?
Sweet Life on Deck is terrible. I rewatched that recently.
I'm rewatching it right now.
It's awful. It's really bad. I think it's because some of the jokes don't hit as hard because they're kind of like awkward teenagers now.
Oh, for sure.
And it's just like you kind of cringe out about it as opposed to when in Sweet Life, like since they're like kids.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's whatever. It's like little corny humor.
Mr. Mosby.
Yeah.
Love them.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Plus Ashley Tisdale I like better than Jay Ryan, to be fair. That's no shots. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. Okay.
No, we love Ashley. We love the Tisdale.
Anyway, we've gone in. How far are we in? We haven't talked about
the episode
Hannah Montana yet. We're 6 minutes in, so it's totally
fine.
Is there anything
no one's paying us?
Is there anything you want to start out with? I mean, I guess did you want to read the synopsis for this episode?
So it's also a one-liner this week.
Yeah, they're not very long because we actually took this from like the Gilmore Guys' idea because they used to read the Netflix synopses.
Biting the whole podcast.
And pretty much. They used to read the Netflix synopses.
Yes.
And say how like totally inaccurate it was sometimes, or it was like super clickbaity. It's like that's not what happens, or something.
And sometimes they reveal too much.
Exactly, it was a straight up spoiler. Yeah. So this is for episode 2. Miley, get your gum. So what does the Disney Plus synopsis say?
Miley worries that Oliver's obsession with Hannah Montana has gone too far. Ooh. Oh.
So I had to have that queued up. But yeah, so we talked about last episode how it was pretty much Lily dealing with the whole Miley Hannah thing, so now it's shifted to Oliver. Yeah.
And you were right. The next episode would be Oliver.
Pretty much Oliver.
Yeah.
This episode's like has an A and a B story. The B story is really like small, not super significant. Yeah.
I just remember.
So essentially, this first like the main idea of this episode is that Oliver loves Hannah Montana, even though that is stated in the first episode.
Yeah.
Right. Like he says he worships her at her feet. Like
pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty huge obsession. But now it's about Lily and Miley keeping the secret away from him because they don't want him to find out. But we'll get into like reasons why. The B story in this is that Jackson gets a car. So that's what him and the dad are doing.
We'll get into that.
And then we'll definitely get into that. Should we get into our first segment, or do you want to start talking a little bit about the episode?
No, let's get into it'll segue into this episode.
Okay,
right?
so
first segment.
We are going to go into a segment that I like to call...
Ooh!
Which is where I've gone through the episode, ripped the audio, made a little compilation of what I thought were the best sound bits of the episode. And I've actually added a couple more to our soundboard from there.
Bless.
So I'm going to get you to guess which ones those are. Okay. So I want you to listen through the compilation.
And they're all in the compilation?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to get you to guess which ones I added. So we'll get into that. I'm going to set that up really quick. So this is... Ooh! For episode 2, Miley, get your gum.
Miss Lola LaFonda.
He snuck into my dressing room last week, nearly jumped on stage the week before, and just when you think he can't get any more obsessed, bam!
Bam!
Please.
Okay, Bam's one of
Kiss
them.
my hand, and I'll never wash it again. Woo! Baby!
Woo! Baby! Oh, that's one of them.
You could learn to love him like I did with my brother's hamster. Oh, and here's the beauty part. If Oliver dies, you won't have to bury him in the backyard.
God, Lily.
Yummy, yummy.
I hope that's on there.
It's not, I'm sorry.
Damn.
Can't remember when it ever took me this dang long. Maybe I should just up and fly the coop. Cause everything I've written sounds like...
I got it, Dad, I got it! Jackson Stewart, come on down. You are the proud owner of a brand new Used car!
Like the Price is Right
Chick
reference.
mobile with babe bucket, a skirt scooter. Might as well bought a bra with tires, man.
No comprendo.
No comprendo me.
Damn. Then why'd you kiss me?
I did it. The dog did.
Oh man. Those are the lips I've been thinking about for the past 24 hours.
Damn it, Oliver.
Maybe if I didn't have a boyfriend, that
I'd have a chance with you,
I never said that.
but
Nope.
you implied it.
Nope.
Never. Do
Nope.
you hear me, Hannah
Nope.
Montana? Forever.
No.
You think?
she is
You
so
think?
desperate she'll go out with anybody.
My type of woman.
What about Lily? You guys would be perfect together. Excuse me? You're both stubborn.
I am not.
So you
am
always
not.
agree with each other.
No, we don't.
I am definitely seeing a couple here.
You're not, because I'm not.
And there is nothing more important than our friendship, Oliver.
Well, man, you love me.
And I think something needs to be done about this. I would recommend possibly some sit-ups or maybe a bigger roast.
Get your leaves out of my hot tub!
I can't believe you saw Hannah Montana break up with her boyfriend right here on our beach at the exact moment I was getting home from the orthodontist.
Yeah, that's what
I know,
happened.
knock,
Yeah.
knock, who's there? Fate.
Fate who?
Jessica.
Hi, it's me, Oliver. I heard about your breakup, and I'm here for you. If you need a hug, my arms are open.
Get away from me.
I can do that.
Oh, I'm a chewer, all right. I love to chew. I chew all the time, like a train. Chew, chew, chew.
Chew.
Am I cussing you out? Because I totally understand if you want to transfer your obsession to Mandy Moore. You know, she's blonde again. You and
Ah.
Hannah Montana are never gonna be together.
Why not?
Because I'm Hannah Montana.
No way.
Mandy Moore. You don't have Never number, do you?
Boy, you bounce back fast.
Yeah, he does.
So that was
Ooh.
for episode 2.
Nice.
A lot of good clips there.
Yeah.
So you did guess one of them. I did add.
Bam.
I did add.
No comprendo.
Oh.
I did that.
No comprendo.
And I also did.
You think?
You think? Yeah. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, I didn't add Bam. That's the one I forgot. I apologize. I'll update the soundboard next week. But I did add.
No comprendo.
Nice.
You think?
You know.
Nice.
Those might come into play.
Especially for me.
Next episode. Yeah.
You think? You think?
But yeah, my favorite one, like the kind of the low key one, because this one actually didn't follow up with a laugh track. Because you know how like sitcoms usually go, you get like a laugh track when they say something funny. But when Miley was trying to convince Oliver to go out, with someone else so that he can forget about Hannah, she's all like, "What about her? She's desperate. She'll go out with anyone." My kind of woman. And it got no response. I'm like, dude, that was like the best joke of the show. And those ones,
My
like,
kind of woman.
they tend to fly under the
Damn,
radar.
dude.
But yeah. Any of those sound bits that stood out to you? The bam is pretty.
Oh, the
iconic.
bam. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
iconic, yeah.
Yeah, bam is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. I have a couple of sound bites that I excluded because it's from for another segment. I'm calling it quote unquote.
Do
But
you have another segment you need to tell me about?
we'll get through that. We'll get to
Okay.
that. It's not like a surprise one. We did talk about it, but it's
Oh.
the first time we're gonna do it for this one. Anyway, why don't we get into the episode?
Okay, do it.
So, episode 2, it starts out with another Hannah performance at a
The same
huge
venue.
stadium.
It's
the same.
place.
It's always the same place. Why does she always perform? That's the thing. 'Cause usually you would think most artists, right? They're performing at stadiums and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They're going on tour,
Yeah.
so they're going to different places. She's all because this is supposed to be in California, right?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be in Malibu, I think. How far is Malibu from like LA?
No idea.
'Cause I feel like that overhead shot is like the Staples Center, and she's like always there for some reason. But then the interior doesn't match. Like,
No,
how
it
big should be.
doesn't.
But I made a note too. Like if you go about 30 seconds in, there's a close-up shot, not a really close-up shot, but kind of like a medium shot of her on stage, and there's a crowd there, and they're dead. There's like maybe 2 girls waving the float like their glow stick, but then
Right.
everyone else is just like standing there. I'm
Yeah,
like,
at
guys.
that point, like the producers were like, "We just need you to show up, be in the crowd." No one knew about
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus or Hannah Montana, so
Yeah.
they were probably like, well, "I don't want to be
No.
here. I'm just being paid."
I guess so,
Yeah.
but it doesn't match how she's supposed to be an internationally
I know.
acclaimed superstar.
They
right?
should have took note of that. Been like,
Yeah.
cheer, like put
Sure.
the little signs up.
Yeah, and most of the
cheer.
crowd, they look like little kids.
Yeah, I mean,
Even though that's not like
that's the demo.
is it supposed to be?
I guess
Because it
so,
seems like,
yeah.
but in the show, it seems like everyone loves her. Like she's like kind of like her spectrum is
But
very
a lot
large
of
in
a
terms
lot of the
fans.
show is my daughter loves you or my niece loves you.
Well, there's only one thing I could say about that.
No comprendo.
It's
No
really fun
comprendo.
having a soundboard.
Oh man.
But we are introduced kind of to a new character once they're finished the concert and they hop into the limo. We're interested. Well, I was interested as a kid.
Me too.
But we were introduced to Lola LaFonda. I think that's what you call herself or something like that.
So I took note of this. Did
Uh-huh.
you watch it with caps
I
on?
did.
And
I
then-
made the same note.
And then Lufnagel.
Yeah, it said Lufnagel on
was like,
the
wait.
sub.
Good thing I can hear
Yeah.
because that is not what she said.
I was tripping out.
Lufnagel.
Yeah, so if you watch that episode on Disney Plus and on episode 2, so she introduces herself as Lola LaFonda.
Yeah.
But on the sub it says Luftnagel, which is like so it's like Luftnagle. That's what I wrote down.
Yeah.
So it was something like that. Weird.
Disney, man.
Yeah. So I don't know what was
Get
up with that.
better transcribers.
Yeah. Well, I mean that was like kind of the only thing they got wrong,
Yeah.
but it's just like a weird thing to get wrong,
It's very important
Yeah.
to Lola's character
I guess. But does
and
she
her
ever
identity.
when she introduces herself as Lola?
Never says Lufnagel.
But no, does she ever say LaFonda again?
No, she only says Lola.
just says Lola,
like
right?
watching this again,
Yeah.
I realized, oh yeah, she has a last name.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. So that was kind of weird, but I mean, it is, I guess, an important topic to bring up because
Sure.
her persona obviously comes up because she's going to be hanging out with Hannah a bunch of times,
Yeah.
I guess, right?
Mhm.
So that is Lily's persona.
Mhm.
We're introduced to like whose dog is that?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
I wanted to talk about the dog.
Thor.
Thor.
That-
Cute name.
It's cute. It's a cute dog.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
we don't know whose dog that is.
I don't get it because you never see that
You
dog
never see
again.
that dog
But
again.
she's holding it like
Is
it's
it Lily's
hers.
dog?
I don't
Because we
think
never
so.
see a dog
Well, I don't know.
ever again.
Why would she take the dog to the
I,
Hannah Montana concert?
I don't know.
Anyway, in this opening scene though, so as we're introduced to Lola and they get into the cab, we see evidence of Oliver still, his obsession with Hannah is still strong. And he tries to break through the crowd to get an autograph. But yeah, and then there's one caption, there's one soundbite that I added in where he I think. What's it doing? Like he sticks his hand through the window or something like that, and he's like, "Just kiss my hand" or something like that. So they put the dog on it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh my gosh, you're an animal." So weird.
Okay. First of all,
Yeah.
What?
What?
Why would you think that a superstar
Yeah.
would kiss your hand like that?
Because he's weird.
She's a superstar.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I don't get how bad is her security. That little.
That's also true.
Little
Like a
munchkin
little
Oliver can-
scrawny
it's
boy.
yeah. I mean, he got far enough to stick his hand through the.
I
the limo
mean,
window, right?
Hannah and Robbie Ray did mention that. Damn, his little sticky arms got him through the crowd or something like that.
Oh, I have the soundbite for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for that. I'll play that soon.
Okay, go.
He, let's see.
Must have cut people with those arms.
Yeah, he was fighting through a large crowd. But obviously the reason why Miley didn't want to tell Lily that we talked about in episode 1 is that she didn't want Lily to treat her differently, knowing that she's Hannah.
No one would treat me the same.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
exactly how they said it. But in this episode, she's more concerned with the fact that Oliver might still be in love with Miley.
Yeah.
Or be in love with her, like not Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she's Hannah and he loves Hannah, then he'll love her too, and they don't want that.
Mhm.
Okay. It's a very common trope,
Yeah.
right? Like friends who are scared of that a relationship will ruin their
Their
friendship.
relationship. yeah.
Always happens, right?
I've had
Nothing
that.
new. You've had that?
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Okay. This is not the podcast for you guys. We're not gonna tell personal stories anymore.
No,
That's not what this is about.
ever.
Oliver's pretty fast on the bike. He does catch up to the
Right?
limo for a little bit.
He must be an Olympic biker
Mhm.
because that car was going at least
Yeah.
60 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. But
And he
that's-
goes, don't get on the freeway or the highway, whatever they call it in the U.S.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Was
They
he
call it
going
the-
to bike 90 miles an hour?
Nah, there's no way we would go that fast.
Yeah.
They must have been just pulling up. But anyway,
God.
that's pretty much, so that's setting up the opening scene. Like, they, you know, Oliver cannot find out, right? Okay, so they cut to, like, the scene on the beach, like, that set. Like, we're like, well, we're not introduced to Rico yet, so we don't see that yet, but they open up the shot with, like, a dude shooting a free throw. I don't know if you ever
I was
you ever
gonna
caught
ask
that? Yeah.
what you thought of the form.
Well, like, he used the backboard, first of all, you know, so, like,
Nothing wrong
not to
with some
say-
backboard.
I'm saying, but he was pretty close, so, like, I don't know if they needed just to guarantee that shot.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, they do the same thing when they cut to Jackson and his friend. They do the exact same thing. So it's just kind of weird that they had that, like, yeah, we gotta show people having fun and stuff like that. But then again, they never show that ball court on
That's
that beach set
true.
again.
That's
so
true.
I guess they were still trying to, like,
Establish their set.
hash things out, yeah.
Yeah.
Because since we're not, that's usually the shot that they use for, like, Rico's store. But since we're not even introduced to that yet, so yeah. I just thought it was funny. Yeah. So, but Oliver is, like, showing off his, like, kiss hand to everyone. And, like, one of the guys, like, freaks out. He's like, "No freaking way!" Or, like, he says something like that. He was, like, too enthused about it.
Yeah.
But Oliver's talking about, like, how he doesn't want to wash his hand anymore.
Which
Just-
is gross.
Yeah, this is pretty gross,
You
dude.
get like saliva all over your
Well, yeah.
hand.
Well, he doesn't know it, but it is, like, dog saliva. But
smells at that point.
yeah. And this dude that, like, I guess he doesn't vibe with, you know, he has, like, chewing gum. He, like, puts Oliver's hand. That was pretty
And
weird.
we find out about Oliver's phobia of gum.
Yeah, that was really weird.
And
I
he had that
didn't
weird
get that.
memory as a baby.
Yeah,
which
which I
is
did
surprising.
play during the sound
Yeah.
bites. It's like, oh, yummy, yummy, yeah. It's like, I guess, as his relative, like, dropped gum on him as a
Yeah.
kid. Because, like, the thing is, I made a note of that. Like, his reaction to me, it was just, like, a normal reaction. If anyone took the gum out of their mouth and put it on my hand, I would freak out the same
That's
way.
just gross.
Right?
Yeah.
But then the guy made it seem like, what is your problem with gum? Or whatever. And it's like,
It's
dude, it's someone
came from your mouth.
Yeah, I
Don't
guess.
you know we live in an age of COVID?
Yeah, but even then, even if it wasn't COVID, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I
right?
know, obviously.
So I just thought, like, I didn't even think they had to make this whole, like, backstory. But I guess
Yeah.
it's only important because
it makes sense later on.
later on,
I guess.
But
yeah.
it didn't. Like, his reaction to gum getting on his hand was just that should be a normal reaction.
Yeah, no, I
feel.
agree. I would have done that.
They maybe could have set it up a different way. Maybe like even if he sees someone chewing gum, he freaks out. Let's say.
or
right.
like an obnoxious chewer.
Sure. Like the sound gets to him, like, cause like maybe like there's like a whole group of people chewing gum, as opposed to it's like, dude, why are you freaking out about someone putting gum on your hand? What's wrong with you? It's like, what? I didn't get that. I made a note specifically about this. So as Oliver's showing off his kizzy hand to everyone, you see Miley and Lily in the back, and they're talking, right? And Hannah says this because she has a CD signing soon. And Oliver's gonna go to the CD signing where he's gonna confess his love again for her. And she says, "If he stares into my eyes, he might recognize me."
Yeah, okay, Miley.
That's what I don't get. See, look, I know this is a kid's show, and I'm taking it too seriously. That's the point. I'm just saying, right? Because in the first episode, it kind of makes sense. Hannah performs with like sunglasses on stage, so maybe she hides that part of her face.
Yeah.
Second episode, she didn't. First of all, and then, dude, Oliver has like probably a bunch of pictures of Miley, just like the one he had in his locker.
Yeah,
when
all he
folded
has
them
to
down.
do is hold that picture up against Miley's face.
And then
be
he would
like,
find out.
Wait a minute.
So the whole concern is that with anyone finding out that
Yeah.
she's Hannah,
Yeah.
is because he might look into your eyes. That means every person who
Exactly.
even knows what you look like could have connected the dots.
Right.
So I got kind of upset with that.
And
I
there's
was like,
only one person who was smart enough at one point in the show. But
Yeah.
we won't talk about
Yeah.
that.
I mean, speaking of disguises, I talked about it last week with like the dad's disguise, with Robbie Ray's disguise, right?
Disguise, quote unquote.
They went more all out in the first episode. But in the second episode, remember when he was in the limo?
Yeah.
He's
It's
not
just the hat and the
he's wearing a
stash.
stash. I don't get it. Because if Oliver sees him, and
yeah,
be like,
right.
that's
You look a
Wait,
lot
that's-
like
you look-
Mr.
you look
Si-
like-
I mean, Mr. Stewart.
That's my thing too. I'm still confused of whether or not like
Yeah, I
does
don't.
does
I don't know,
everyone
man.
else know that her dad is Robbie Ray and it's like
Robbie Ray.
Robbie Ray manages Hannah and
Yeah,
this
it
and that.
makes
Like,
no sense.
I don't know why it gives me such a headache to think
They didn't map this out properly
Yeah,
because
like-
of people like us analyzing the show.
Yeah, because Lola has to wear a disguise.
Exactly.
Like eventually, when Oliver is in the group, he wears a disguise.
Exactly.
But the dad he wears a mustache and that's it.
I just get a
It
mustache.
doesn't make any sense. Like it would have made more sense if he just went more full out
Yeah.
with the disguise.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Same.
Anyway, sorry. I got really passionate. about
Wait.
that. Yeah. What's up?
At one point, should I even bring this up? Because it's a spoiler. Not really.
I don't know. If
Because
you
like
think it's
at
relevant.
one point,
Yeah.
someone on the show, well, not even on the show, it's just like a random person, notices Robbie Ray in
Yeah.
that disguise.
That's true. And he has to like be like, "Oh, shut up" or something. right?
Yeah.
But like in real life, he's Robbie Ray. Like I know he's Robbie Stewart, let's say, right? But he
Yeah.
doesn't look any different than when he used to perform except he doesn't have a
Exactly.
mullet.
Yeah.
So my thing is that he could get recognized anywhere with I don't know, anyway.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, it just that wasn't established properly. Look, I know I'm reading too much into it, guys. That's the point.
No,
That's why we're
this
doing
is
the
what-
podcast.
We're doing this so that you don't have to.
That's the point. Why am I over analyzing this kids
This
show?
is the job we have been called to do.
I love this. This is my favorite thing to do. So I thought that was weird. Let's see.
Have we gotten to
yeah.
Jackson's car yet?
Yep. So that's pretty much setting up that scene. Then we go into like the introduction of the B story. So Jackson buys a car for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the main idea of this B story is that he buys a car. He gets made fun of it. It's fidgeting a lot.
Sorry. My arm's getting tired.
Just do like what I'm doing. Just like tuck it in. There you go.
My arms hurt.
Sorry about the mic noises that you guys might be picking up.
It's me. I'm sorry.
So Jackson brings home a car that he bought, and his friend and the dad makes fun of him for it being a quote unquote girl's car, right? Which is
Okay,
like,
first of all,
I mean, I guess the premise of it comes off as like a little
the
sexist.
sexism. You guys.
Yeah, but to me, it's like I would drive that car. I don't see what's really
What
wrong
is
with it.
wrong with the car?
I don't. I
That it's
could-
red?
I tried to look up what brand it was.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just kind of like this like small, like it's kind of like a convertible, but it also looks like I don't know how to describe it.
I don't even know what to call it.
I'm not a car guy, everyone, so I apologize.
It's very boxy.
Yeah,
A red boxy convertible. That
yeah. But this is the first time we're introduced to Jackson's friend. Do they say his name?
Not in this episode.
Not in this episode.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he only comes in season 1. I don't think you
but
see him.
you don't see him ever.
But
again.
he's funny.
He is. I liked him.
I liked him a lot, and the
Yeah.
fact that they got rid of him after season 1 was really sad because
Mhm.
he was actually one of the funniest. I want to say this line yet because it's like he says it in like the next couple episodes, but he has like a really funny line that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
so,
yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
Should I save it? or
No,
say-
don't say no.
don't say no. Okay.
Yeah.
But either way, he is funny.
He is played by Andre Jamal Kinney.
Wow, get him on the show.
Nothing. Yeah, honestly, we
Let's
might
see what
be
he's-
able to.
Let's see what he's doing now.
Just because he hasn't been in anything like significant.
Oh, did you look?
I did look him up,
you
and
did
I
look him
looked
up.
up his credentials.
Nice. But I thought he was good though. That's
He
the
was
thing.
good. I liked him.
He does come in with a line saying how it's like a chick mobile or something like that. You might as well bought a
yeah.
bra on wheels or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
So I mean, he did come in with a little bit of sexist line. That's not his fault. I mean, that's the script writers
the
there.
writers. How
But-
dare you?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm offended.
I mean, it was the first time we get a B story in the episodes, but I didn't think it was like it's not super significant
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it just kind of plays into the trope that Jackson's not like the most keen person.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty silly. He's pretty goofy, and the dad always kind of has to clean up his messes, which is like the sad thing. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jackson.
So that's what they're doing. No one really cares. Let's be honest. Going back to the mate, like what's real? What's really going on?
Right.
Do you want to switch mics? Because this one fidgets way less, but it's up to you. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I think I'm way louder on
Now
this
you
one.
are way loud.
Let me fix that. Am I? I'm like way louder,
Yeah,
right?
you're so loud. Hello.
I apologize.
Oh, it does fidget less. I can do
Yeah.
this, and it's not doing anything.
You need to go closer though.
Hello. Hello.
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can hear myself.
Yeah.
Sorry, yo. Yeah, I can hear myself. Don't worry.
I just feel like you're not.
Hey, yo, what up, boys?
I turned your gain up a bit.
Bam.
Anyway, bam. I should have cut that.
It's fine. Leave it.
Anywho, that's a different show. So I think the next scene sets up Miley and Lily. I mean, Hannah and Lola. They come out from their CD signing or something like that.
Yeah. But Oliver
shows up again.
Oliver didn't recognize her.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my. That's what I wanted to talk about. That pissed me off so much. So he comes. So I don't know why she doesn't do this more often. But okay, I've never worn a wig before, or
Okay.
like, I mean, obviously Hannah's a superstar, so like her wigs are like probably like a nice professional, super high end
Definitely high end.
like wig.
Yeah.
Right? When they put a wig on you,
Mm-hmm.
like whoever you're like the makeup artist or like the beauty people for like, for artists, what's the process? Like what do they have to do to your original hair to get the wig on nice and secure?
You gotta tie your hair, then you gotta put a cap on.
Yeah.
And then they put the wig on.
Yeah. But they set it up in the show that like, her wig is just something she can just snatch off whenever she wants.
Right.
Which is kind of weird.
Doesn't really work that way though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Unless she takes off everything all at once.
Yes, because when she gets into the limo, she just snatches it off right away.
Yeah.
And her hair is just out now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, I get why they did that because to set up the whole scene. So Oliver like jumps in through the sunroof
Freaking Oliver.
of the
man.
limo. I mean, he's dedicated.
How have they not had a restraining order on the kid?
Her security team, like realistically, would be like, "Would you want to get a restraining order against this guy?" But because it's like her actual friend, she'd probably say no. But I took a freeze frame of it.
Freeze frame.
Well, like the second that he pops down and the shot that they used to show that he is in the car at that point when he sees her, it's Miley.
Right. I noticed that too.
And I'm like, dude, that should have been it.
Yeah.
He should have. I get it. He's upside down. But if you know someone well enough, I think you could recognize them even if you're upside down.
Yeah.
Because it was a full.
And
like,
her hair was brown.
Yeah.
Like she looks like Miley.
It was a full 2 seconds where they had this panic and put the wig on her, and it was all like upside, like backwards, and all that stuff.
The dog was there too.
The dog was there once again. They didn't establish the dog, which I'm kind of sad about. But it didn't make sense. So this is where I made the note because her in this scene in particular, the dad is just wearing a mustache.
Exactly.
So at least he would have recognized the dad.
Yeah.
Or why didn't he recognize him at the CD signing? Like, dude, Oliver knows Miley.
Yeah.
She would know. He would know what the dad looks like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Whatsoever.
But he should have caught her there and then.
Yeah.
That should have been like the moment where it's like, Miley? No, it's me, Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Totally.
Do you have any other points with that?
No.
Okay.
Oh. Did you catch what the dad said? In the limo?
Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna get to that now. So
Yeah,
we're gonna move on to a separate segment before we talk about the rest of the
What
episode.
is the soundbite for this? Oh my god.
Oh, it's nothing crazy.
Oh,
This
okay.
is a segment that I like to call.
Oh.
Because I've noticed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is I've noticed that Robbie will like Robbie Ray. He'll drop like a lot of like weird one-liners that have to do like they're very like. How do I say this without being like offensive?
Maybe don't.
They're very obscure.
There we go.
Southerny kind of. What is that bad? Southerny.
No.
They're
What?
like. They're just like random lines.
Obscure,
Yeah.
Southern.
Yeah.
Keep going.
It's like, I don't know. It's like cowboy talk or like
Sure.
farm talk or I don't know, man.
Bailey?
Anyway, it's just like weird things that he says.
Yeah.
It's weird things that Robbie Ray says.
Wee doggies, just
So-
like that.
So here is
Oh my god.
for episode 2.
Look at those bony little elbows go. That boy cuts through the crowd like a weed whacker. You know what they say, every now and then even a blind pig snorts up a truffle. Son, I primped you right.
Okay.
I primped your ride.
I thought I misheard it when I watched the episode. I was like, was he trying to say pimp?
Yeah, so,
You're right.
so at the end, like with that V story, even though they try to return the car because it's too girly or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then, so he comes back and to make it like manlier, quote unquote, he gets like a new horn in it, and then he puts like hydraulics in it.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, this is the thing. Hydraulics are one of like the dumbest things that you could ever put on a car.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's really weird.
Yeah, I have no attachment to it. So.
Yeah, but I guess maybe they couldn't use the word pimped
Maybe?
because pimp has like negative connotations, right? For a Disney show, like I don't think you can't say
guess.
the word pimp.
I guess.
What do you mean? I guess you think they could get away with saying pimped? I mean, I know it's slang for like K. Pimp My Ride was like a big show.
Yeah, that's
So,
like
like-
they could have been referring to that.
Yeah, like I pimped your ride,
in that
but
sense.
that I guess to to save their butts because it is Disney, right?
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't go with a word like that.
Okay, yeah.
But they're like close enough. So he's like, "Son, I primped your ride."
And he did like whatever. What all of the guys did on that show. Just add hydraulics, a new paint job, some cool little gadgets inside the car.
My favorite. That was my favorite part of that show. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Pimp My Ride for a
Okay,
second.
do it.
One of the best shows of all time. So when they were like in, every time they were in like the meeting area, it's like, so what do we know about Kelsey? What can we do to like do something? And then it's like, she's really into, she likes to go to the aquarium a lot. So I'm gonna put
Put
a
it in
fish
her fish
tank in the trunk.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my god, I remember that.
I swear that was one of them. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's like, yo, we know you like cotton candy, so we put a cotton candy machine in the bag.
Yeah.
But I heard, I read like some articles, there was like some follow-up videos about how a lot of the things that they did, like all of the things that they did for the car, like ended up either like breaking
Well,
or not
duh.
working, like over the course of time. and
Of
stuff like that.
course.
At one point, I'm like, you know what? Just give me a new car. They take their car, but they add like all this unnecessary stuff to it, and it's like it comes out looking like a Need for Speed Underground car.
Actually.
It's weird.
Like the paint job, sometimes it's just like it looks like wallpaper that you would put,
Yeah.
like tacky wallpaper.
Yeah.
I think at one time they put like a dining table, not a dining table, but like a place to dine in the back. Yeah, what a
It's just,
great
they'll just take
show.
anything that you're just like, we heard you like
Yeah,
dogs. So I laced the whole interior with dog fur. Something
Hell
dumb like
yeah.
that's kind of weird. It's kind of messed up actually.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
No.
No, I mean like that's not a real one, but
we
I'm just
put
saying.
pictures of puppies in the back of your car.
Yeah. The
Hope
best
you
part
like it.
the best part is in the beginning of the episodes when they would get the reaction to seeing Exhibit at the door. Alright, let's see what happens. So they knock on the door and they open the door. Oh my god, Exhibit! Oh my god, no way! Yo man, no way! And it's like they knew that he was coming.
Oh, for sure.
But the producer had to
You
say
gotta
something.
hype
Okay,
your-
gotta
you
like
gotta
Exhibit's
hype.
gonna knock on the door, you freak out, blah blah blah. Because a lot of, I mean,
Those
as a kid,
shows were great.
and a lot of MTV shows were really good. But I also found out another thing. Okay, I'm just talking about MTV shows
That's
now.
okay.
But okay, Cribs, right? A lot of the houses weren't actually their houses.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That broke my heart. But then again, it makes sense. Because
Sure.
if I was like a multimillionaire, I don't want to show people all my stuff in my house.
True.
You know, I was listening to Tim's podcast and he was talking about how he was gonna get a Cribs deal,
Ooh.
but then he figured it's like, you know what? like for his own privacy sake, and maybe because he's not living in like a gated community. Probably not.
The
He's like,
best
yeah.
option not to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to show burglars how to break into my house.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, because
Yeah.
it's a big chance that you'll get doxxed on the show. And
Probably.
then people will look for that.
Because they show the outside,
They
so people could like
do.
somehow
They show the
detective work.
driveway. I think they even show like the entryway to the house.
Yeah.
So that
So
it's
here's
not
a
good
weak
idea.
spot. This window right here, you can definitely break in from there.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And the best part about cribs is when, like, the house wasn't theirs when they opened the fridge and there's just like no food. Unless maybe that's just how millionaires like do it. Maybe they just have food
Maybe
every day. But just always filled with just like random drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
There's no food or like, it doesn't look like a regular person's fridge is what I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway. All right, back. Sorry,
Anywho.
we got there from the whole prim to my right thing.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so Robbie, he's trying to drop some like weird one-liners here and there. He said about Oliver, a boy cuts through the crowd like a weed whacker, or something like that.
He did say that.
So I just thought those were funny.
He also called Jackson's car this dollywag.
Dollywag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Refers to Dolly.
Dolly Parton.
The
I don't know.
aunt
Or
of
like a doll.
Miley on the show.
Oh yeah! We can't wait to get to the Dolly Parton episode. That's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. So going back to like the whole conversation. So Oliver still upside down in the limo.
Oh yeah.
Right? And he says like, "Oh, you're even more beautiful upside down," or something like that. I was about to say too, because like people upside down actually look like really like weird. I don't know. Is that? I don't
We're
know.
having
Can
a
you tell?
Spider-Man moment.
Anyway.
Sorry.
But then Miley, instead of trying to like just be direct with him, because the thing that I don't get is that you're a superstar. Oliver is one fan. You could just tell him just to piss off. She's being too nice to him because he knows who he is. So instead of just being honest, it's like, look, I'm not interested in you. She says, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right. And then he's like, maybe if I didn't, so if you didn't have a boyfriend, we'd be together. No, that's not what I said. But you implied it, and that's good enough for me.
Good enough for me.
I'll wait for you forever, Hannah Montana. You hear me? Forever.
Oh, Ollie Pop.
Something like that. And then Lily's like, I think that went well. And then she drops like a little.
You think?
Yeah, on the so that.
You think?
You think?
So this is obviously bad, right?
Yeah.
So Lily comes up with the idea that they should just get Oliver, or no, it's actually the dad's idea.
Oh,
Get
that's
Oliver a
right.
girlfriend so that he gets over Hannah, which is like really smart,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is the whole. I talked about that line that I thought was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But then foreshadowing a little bit, Miley suggesting that Oliver should go out with Lily. Is that's a kind of a spoiler, but I mean.
It is a spoiler.
But then again, if you've never watched Hannah Montana, why are you listening to this? First, that's weird.
But I do like that they foreshadowed that.
Yeah, and it seems
I wonder
like
if they planned it all along.
they just knew from the beginning that Lily and Oliver would end up together. Little Ollie Pop.
I read on the wiki
Okay.
that Miley actually auditioned to be Lily,
Oh wow!
and
really?
they gave Miley the lead role because she could sing and dance and act. So
who went for like the main role?
I don't know.
That's
know.
weird.
Yeah.
I thought they made that show specifically for Miley Cyrus, her being.
So what happened was, since she could do all of these things, they're like, okay, why don't we base it around that? She could be a superstar, and then they basically wrote that character.
So they
for
changed the
Miley.
whole premise
They
because
pretty
of her.
much changed it.
Okay,
for
that makes
Miley.
way more sense.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A little fact there.
Who
I like
knew?
that. So yeah, they're trying to set him up with someone different. Okay, this is a different thing too. But they they set up Oliver to be the locker man.
Locker man.
He
Hey,
comes
locker
in-
man. Ba-da-boom, ga.
Ow! My elbow against the wall. He does like a do 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 do.
He just like punches the door of the lockers
He
and
does-
they open somehow.
Yeah. You're the best locker man. I know, or something. He said something like that. Could have gotten the girl who he opened his locker for. She was pretty.
Oliver, yeah.
Freaking Oliver. So dumb.
How do they just like open up by just booping him? Like, I don't get it.
No, that's why he's the locker man. He's got the magic touch.
Oliver could have been my locker man.
Yeah. I mean.
Did you have lockers in your high school?
Did I have lockers? Yeah.
Did you have like your own locks and?
So we had to like. I think you had to use a school lock.
Ew.
So they had like a specific one that they would give us. They'd assign you a lock, and you have to use that lock.
Actually smart.
It's mostly because I think they have to know what the combo is in case, like, for legal, for like, because they technically, I guess the school technically has the right to look through your locker.
Oh.
Because
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because you got to think about it, right? It's like the building has to be controlled by, I guess, like the school,
for sure.
right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like, let's say if they get someone like they think you're carrying drugs in your locker or something.
And has that happened at your school?
I feel like there's been drug. Yeah, I mean, have you experienced that?
It's happened at the first high school I went to.
Oh, okay. Because I've definitely like gone to the washroom and I can like, yeah, people are smoking in here. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was too good of a kid. I was like, I should just go. I should just leave. But I've never seen the lockers that had like the built-in lock.
Yeah.
That's the one that they had in the show.
Yeah, that's what they had on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had like our personal locks and used them for our lockers.
Because in the show they had like the half locks. Like there's a top and a bottom.
Not the full locker.
Did you have a full
lockers?
We had full lockers, but one of the wings some of the wings specifically at the school had the halves.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. But to be honest, I had a bottom one. It's not even that bad. Because since I went to a Catholic school, and you had to wear, at least when I was going there, you had to wear dress shoes. So I had to change my shoes when I left and came into the school, and because like my feet are right there, I just kick my shoes in, take my dress shoes out. So it's actually like more convenient than lifting up my shoes.
Sure.
And smelling how sweaty they are and stuff like that.
Where would you put your jacket? You just
cram it in there.
But what about your books?
Most of the time, I had all my books that I need on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Anyway, that's enough about my high school. But anyway, like, I don't know. Do they introduce? I don't remember this, but is Oliver still the locker man, quote unquote, in other episodes? Like, do they set him up?
I don't remember. I think we'll find out.
Because I feel like they did a couple times, but just like kind of a weird trope that they gave him.
Yeah. Maybe like in season 1, but not in the later seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that obviously doesn't work. They're not trying to, but they come up with a because they show once again the gum guy like grossing out Oliver by sticking like a piece of gum on his Hannah picture.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no, but he pulls it and he just has a whole stack of the same picture. Like a whole
pad of the Hannah picture.
So weird.
That's so funny.
I mean, it's not any different than like anyone who has a crush on like a celebrity having a picture of them in their locker.
Just like imagine being that obsessed though.
Yeah. Okay, this is the thing. I went to an all-guys school. So
Who did you guys obsess over?
No, but the thing is, no one was obsessed enough with someone, I don't think, to put a picture of them on the inside of the locker.
Makes so much sense.
What was your school like in terms of people like decorating their lockers? I've never seen that.
Nothing really. It was mostly just like pictures of friends.
Because first of all, I feel like in shows and like where they depict high school or middle school or whatever, they act like they have all this time to hang out at their lockers and stuff like that. You don't.
At least we didn't.
Maybe during lunch, I guess, and it depends on what you're doing. But who has the time to go in, decorate their locker, look at the things? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, right?
It doesn't make sense. I mean, that's the thing. Because you usually have like 5 minutes to get to your classes. You don't have like this whole time to just
Sometimes you don't
out.
even have time to go to your locker.
Definitely not. That's why you got to have all your stuff with you. There's no time. Because you could have a class on this side and your locker's on the other side of the school.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah. But like, yeah, anyway. Anywho. So the plan is that we're going to gross out Oliver by making him think that Hannah is gross. Yeah. So they do this by like chewing gum, essentially, right? So Wait, did I not add this to the
What?
sound bites?
What?
Oh, I don't think I did because I didn't. I don't remember hearing it, but if I did anyway. So, Lily brings Oliver to the beach. And it's like, oh, Hannah's here, right? It's like, so he's like, go talk to her. So he goes and is like, Hannah, I heard about your breakup, and I just want to let you know my arms are open. And it's like some random dude. Get away from me.
Yeah. I do
So-
remember that.
Yeah. So then it shows like Hannah, and then she's like, so he finally sees her, and he's all like,
Trying to gross him out with
Chewing
all the
gum.
chewing.
chew, chew,
Chew.
chew. Yeah.
Right.
So that goes on for a while, and he's all about like relationships are about sacrifice. He's still willing to deal with this.
Which, I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, but okay.
Olipop coming in with the heavy stuff.
Olipop. But I guess is this a red flag if you were on a date with someone and that's how they chewed gum?
100%.
100%, right? Exactly.
Especially if she's chewing that licorice one.
Yeah, because I think the person could be the most attractive person in the world.
Sure.
But if they're chewing gum like that, and that's something they just do all the time, you don't tell me that you could deal with it. No way. Right?
Is smacking your lips while chewing gum a bad thing?
Smacking your lips.
Smacking your lips or like chewing loudly, chewing gum while you're chewing gum. Is that
I think it's like there's not, maybe if you're a baseball player it's cool, but not like when you're just out and about. Sometimes honestly, I used to chew gum a lot and I liked kind of doing it. But if I'm around people, like you're kind of socially aware that you should just keep it
right
down low.
Right.
So okay, this plan doesn't really work. And she pops in a gum that makes like her lips look black.
Yeah, the licorice one.
Is there licorice gum?
I don't know, and I don't want to know what that tastes.
But
like.
then she blows like a big bubble and like it's like super awesome. Like I don't know how they did it. It actually kind of looked practical. Like how they made a bubble, and then it gets all over Oliver's face. He's freaking out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "How about now?
How do you like me now?"
Yeah, exactly. I still love you. And then finally leads up to this big moment, right? You and Hannah Montana are wait, do you have the script for that?
You and Hannah are never going to be together. Why not?
Because.
Let me just pull that up. Oh, that's Elevate. That's not. Let's see.
You have it?
Oh, no, I don't have it right now.
Oh, okay.
I'll just find it.
Okay.
But go on, vamp for a sec.
We
Vamp,
might have to do a script read of that. So eventually it's found out that she pulls off her wig because I'm Hannah Montana. He faints, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's like the big reveal, which is honestly, I think it was set up a bit better than the Lily one.
Yeah.
I guess.
Did you notice that? Hold on. Did you notice when Miley says, "You and Hannah are never gonna be together," and then he says, "Why not?" When the camera's on her, the first time her lips are black, and then when it pans to Oliver and comes back to her, her lips are wiped clean.
I did not notice that actually. That's a good catch. That's a good catch.
I was like, wait, that's not right. How did they do that? Miley, get your gum. Okay, there it is. No, that's not the script.
That's okay.
I
We
guess
should have been.
Might not have it.
It's okay. No, we don't have to do it. We
Okay.
should have been more prepared. But okay, so in this scene, right? They make like Hannah's wearing glasses because he doesn't want her to know. I guess not to look into her eyes. But then again, he looks into a picture at Hannah like
All the
close
time.
up all the
Yeah.
time. What's the difference?
I don't know.
Do you think it would have been easier to recognize someone like in person to tell, or like does a picture
No,
not really
I feel
do
like
it?
the more you look at a picture, the more
You'll see.
you see that they look like someone.
If I just wore a wig, would you still be able to tell that it was me?
Probably.
Okay.
But then again, you're not an international superstar.
Very true. I mean, you don't know that. I could secretly be.
Are you?
Who could I be? I don't know.
the K-pop idol of my dreams.
What am I doing? What am I doing in Canada? Why am I not all the way over in Korea? It's kind of hard to be a K-pop star here. Dang. So we talked about this last episode as well. But Oliver finds out, and she asks, "Why wouldn't you tell me?" And Miley's like, I wouldn't want you to be in love with me. Because if you're in love with Hannah, blah, blah, it might complicate our friendship, might ruin our friendship, blah, blah, blah. Right? And then she's like, come on, have you ever imagined yourself with your dork friend, Miley? And it's like, what is this setup that she's a dork? I don't understand.
She's not a dork.
Yeah.
And Oliver says that. He's like, you're not a dork.
Yeah.
And she's like, really? The girl who spilled frog juice all over you? Or the girl that did this and this? I don't remember.
She could be clumsy. But I feel like dork and being
people
a klutz.
Called me a dork because I was just weird.
Yeah. Dork is different. I feel like it just, the examples that they use just made her seem like a klutz as opposed to a dork.
Which she is.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But their whole crew is supposed to be like the dork, anyway. But he asks for Mandy Moore's number.
Okay, here we go.
Clearly he's
Mandy
over
Moore.
it. Yeah. Is Mandy Moore... Sorry, sometimes I'm super bad with celebrity names. Is Mandy Moore the girl from A Walk to Remember?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, here we go. This is where I was freaking out. This is... Oh, here we go.
I forgot the words. And I lift my hands and pray.
There we go. Should have learned that.
Gosh. I remember. I think the first time I watched that movie was when I was like 10 or something. I was like, oh,
same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
So Mandy Moore. This is where I started freaking out when I was watching the episode.
So this is what you were talking about. So okay. So when we usually we watch the episodes separately. We don't watch them together because we don't want to we want to come to the podcast with surprises about our observations, right? Yeah. So Eunice was freaking out.
That we were on a call when I was watching it.
Yeah. And she was like, oh my gosh, I hope I'm down this rabbit hole. I'm like, how? What happens in this episode that made you freak out? Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to know if Mandy Moore was relevant at the time. And so the episode came out in 2007. So Mandy Moore was definitely popular at the time.
So what was she doing in 2007?
So she was in Princess Diaries.
Ah, okay.
My favorite film. And that was her first film, which is crazy. And then she was in A Walk to Remember in 2002.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny because people compared our situation at the time to Walk to Remember because I'm a pastor.
Compared to our situation? Well, you're also not, gravely sick.
We're all dying.
And I'm also not like a bad boy.
What do you mean?
You're kidding me, right? What was the thing that the guy did in the movie? I forget. Like what did they do? I honestly I don't remember that movie that well.
What do you mean?
Like the guy in the movie.
Why was he a bad boy?
Yeah, like what did he do to show him off as a bad boy?
I think he just got in lots of fights.
Sure.
Probably.
And that wasn't me. So the only thing that's similar is that you're a pastor's daughter. Totally like A Walk to Remember. Really? Did you just say you're because you're a PK?
Yeah, that's what we call ourselves. You've never heard that? You don't belong to the PK club.
You have a nickname for it.
No.
Yeah, she's a total PK.
I'm actually not joking though.
See her? Yeah, she has a PK vibe for sure.
PK's comment in the comments. Tell me if you're a PK.
PK's comments if you're a PK. Gosh.
What? Penalty kicked her?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's taking the PK?
Me, because I'm a PK.
Oh my gosh, PK with the PK.
Okay, and then she was also in Saved. Have you heard of Saved?
Is that a Christian movie?
Okay, so
it sounds like it.
I remember this movie because I saw it on the Christian channel. Channel 9.
No.
What do you mean no?
Channel 9. Channel 9. What is that? I don't know.
No, like literally Channel 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Like on cable?
On cable.
No, I don't remember.
What?
No.
The channel after CTV.
Yeah, I just skipped through that. Why am I gonna watch? What the heck?
That was the Christian
Going
channel.
right to 25, right to 51 to watch my Hannah Montana shows, dude.
So you've never just flicked? You never flicked?
Yeah, but I probably know, but I never like
You know
watched
the
it.
channel with Benny Hinn and like sometimes.
Go on, PK. Just
Evangel-
tell me. Just go ahead.
Okay,
PKs, am I right? Channel 9. Oh.
I need a podcast for PKs. Oh, the struggles. Okay. So this movie was on there for some reason.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be a satirical comedy.
Oh.
So it's a kid, not a kid. She's like a lady in high school.
Okay.
She's dating a guy,
Mm-hmm.
but he ends up being gay.
Oh.
And they're at a Christian school.
Oh.
So she's trying to like get the gay out of him.
Oh my god.
Which is terrible.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So the idea is that
So she tries to
Oh.
sleep with him to cure him of his homosexuality.
Cure him.
Yeah, cure.
God.
That's what they put in the synopsis.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, I think you should watch that movie. Because
I don't know. if
Macaulay Culkin is also in it.
What? Is he the guy?
He's Mandy Moore's brother.
Oh, okay. That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
A movie where Mandy Moore tries to convert freaking Macaulay Culkin. Anyway.
But it was filmed in Canada.
Oh.
And someone sort of famous in Canada is in that movie.
Mhm.
We don't even know who he is. But
Mhm.
if you know Headley,
Yeah.
the guitarist is in that movie.
Oh, that's random.
And that's why I was freaking out. I was like, why is the guitarist from Headley in a movie
Yeah.
with Mandy Moore? And
Yeah.
now we're talking about Hannah Montana. Anyway,
Anyway.
that's all I have to
Well,
say.
that's pretty much the end of the episode anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think we could go into a segment called Who is that?
is that?
And I think we know who we're talking about. The neighbor.
The neighbor.
So during one of
I
the
stepped on
scenes
you.
of the B story, I keep saying B side. I want to say B side. The B story with Jackson in the car.
B-side.
Stop.
You know Filipino.
Stop. Like, so the neighbor, he comes in complaining that like leaves are in his hot tub again. He's like, "Get your leaves out of my hot tub." I included that in the soundbite
Yeah.
thing. He is a familiar face. The one thing that I remember him from is he had like a really, 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 really small role in Parks and Rec. He was in like one episode.
What was he?
Tom was trying to book him because he was playing a chef. So Tom was trying to book him for like Leslie's event to cater for it. And then he was like all pissy and kicked him out of the restaurant. But I know I've seen him in other things, but that's just the first thing I think of. It's a really short scene.
Damn, I need to
So, okay,
watch Parks again.
You know, freaking Leslie
Leslie Knope.
was trying to set up
Leslie
like
Norp. Sorry.
you know where they ended. They almost got married.
Yes.
Like that. They were trying to set that up.
Where they almost got married.
So Tom was trying to get a caterer for the event. He was the chef that he was talking to try to get them to cater.
Oh.
Anyway,
Oh.
yeah. Did you
okay.
look into him at all?
So he was in Mad TV.
That's where I know him from. Thank you. Yeah, because I love.
That's his most significant thing.
Yeah, I loved Mad TV growing
I
up.
only know him from Princess Diaries.
Oh really? Another Princess Diaries reference. Gosh.
My favorite movie. He was in the second one, also a good one.
Gosh, the connections. There's the Mandy Moore him, both in Princess Diaries. That's a
It's a sign for everyone here listening to this podcast to watch Princess.
That's a crazy. Yeah, I guess that's a crazy coincidence.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I guess we should watch Princess Diaries. I wanted to bring up something. So,
Go
did
for
you? What's his name, by the way? Sorry.
Oh, Palsy Vogt.
What? Can I see that?
Vogt.
Oh, Palsy Vogt.
Vogt.
I don't know how you pronounce
He's
it.
also a twin.
Oh.
I didn't catch the name of his twin, but
He
he's
is
a
funny
twin.
though, and he does appear in a couple more episodes.
Yeah, he's
I'm pretty sure.
in a lot throughout the
Yeah.
series.
So that's pretty much wraps up like everything that's happened in the episode.
Mhm.
Because of it, I wanted to bring up a question based on the theme of the episode. Yeah. Because Miley is super concerned about if Oliver was in love with her and if they were to date, would it ruin their friendship and stuff like that? And it made me think because we just finished watching Singles Inferno, which you guys should totally watch.
Oh my god, I
So
was
good.
crying. Not really.
But
I was freaking out.
A topic gets brought up where what would you choose? Like is love more important than friendships, or is friendships more important than love? And we had a slight discussion about this, but I wanted you, or I'll answer it too.
You answer. Yeah.
I'll get you to answer first. But love versus friendships, which is more important?
No, you have to go because I swayed my answer.
When we did talk about it, okay, initially we said love over friendships. In case you guys don't know, Eunice and I are actually a couple.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you shouldn't have said
Wow,
anything.
you didn't tell me.
Okay, never mind. We're not.
Wait, we are?
No, I'm joking. But initially we said love, but then when I thought about it, not to be cynical, but it just feels like a lot of times love tends to fade, unfortunately, and it seems like friendships, at least good ones and stable ones, they tend to last throughout anything.
Yeah.
Like if you had to choose one, like love over friendships, let's say.
No, I'm sticking with love
You're sticking with love. Why?
because without love, you can't have friends.
I guess.
And
I think my problem with the topic is that they should be more intertwined. They shouldn't be two separate
For
things,
sure.
right?
You can have both love and friendship.
Yeah, because the thing is that the reason why I was brought
It's
up in Singles
about
Inferno
balance,
is
right?
because the reason why I was brought up in Singles Inferno is that there's two people who like the same girl,
Who are
but the two people are friends. So
spoiler alert.
So would they choose like, the person that they like, or would they choose loyalty to each other and stuff like that? Because I think the reason why I don't want to see them as separate is that I think strong relationships, even if they turn into romantic ones, should have a basis of friendship underneath all that.
We're friends, right?
Yeah, I would say you're my best friend.
Oh, bestie. Oh.
Yeah, because
Cute.
I think you can. It shouldn't be separate, because I think, when you tend to want to get romantically involved with someone, at least this is from what I think.
Right.
This is not. I'm not saying this is true. I'm just saying this is what I think. You tend to first of all, act differently, and you only show a certain side of yourself because you kind of want to get something out of it. I just feel like friendships, in terms of like just being friends with someone, is more genuine because you're not trying to compromise who you are
Right.
in order to get the other person to accept you. But
Yeah.
sometimes out of love, you might hide the things that you don't even like about yourself. And then when things come out that you don't like about the person, or they don't like that about you, then things get a bit ugly, right?
Sure.
So that's why I don't think you should treat those relationships any differently than you would treat a friendship.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. That's why I would choose friendships, because I think
it's definitely intertwined.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you can have a solid friendship and that could lead into something else, as
Yeah.
opposed to if you choose love over it, sometimes it might not last. I don't know.
Are we talking like love as in romance?
Romantic.
Romance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd choose friendships.
Yeah.
Just because you can get by without being in a relationship.
Yeah. Because I mean, look, I'm not the most experienced dude when it comes to dating and stuff like that. But typically, I tend to like the people I've known longer more than someone I've just met.
Sure.
Right? Because I think getting to know someone when you're trying to get romantically involved, sometimes you put up blinders for yourself. Right? Because you're not looking at the things that you don't necessarily like.
Yeah.
Right? But you're willing to like look past certain things.
You'd risk it all.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not to say that you don't do that with friends. I mean, there's probably things that you don't like about your friends sometimes, but doesn't necessarily mean that it's a deal breaker. Right? Because we don't treat friendships the same way we like romantic relationships, I guess. But
Sure.
I don't know. because it's an age old trope. But is it is it true? Like, could you, if you were friends with someone for a while, are you scared that by being in a relationship with them that it would ruin it, potentially ruin it?
A lot of girls growing up said never date your best friend. Never date like guys who are your friends.
You've heard that from girls.
I've heard that growing up.
And what was the reason behind that?
They just said it'll ruin everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, if you're so comfortable with that person, I'm not saying that, just because you're best friends with someone, you have to date them. That's not what I'm saying.
Sure.
I'm just saying, why wouldn't they be a viable candidate? Right? Because you're obviously friends with them because you like them and you're comfortable around them. And you've established yourselves together to a point where you can be open and honest with each other.
For sure.
Right? But then you kind of push that aside, and then you look at someone else who doesn't even measure up to like your best friend, let's say. I don't know. It's sometimes it's like you work so hard to kind of develop something, and it's like, I guess the risk of it kind of dissuades people from trying to advance further. But I don't know. I'm not trying to make this a whole discussion about relationships.
But then, like, if you we're getting into it though.
Yeah.
But then, if you were in, what's his name again? The dancer guy.
Oh, the Kyung Sung?
Everyone turn off your ears.
From Singles Inferno.
Turn off your ears.
Spoiler alerts if you haven't finished Singles Inferno.
Yeah, okay, turn off your ears.
Yeah.
That guy, if you were in his position, would you have cherished your friendship more? Than or pursue the girl because you wanted to? My
thing with that is that in that scenario, okay, so even if you didn't watch it, I'm gonna paint the scenario.
Let's say let's say it's not this scenario.
Okay.
Singles Inferno. Let's say it's like
just
you've known this girl for a while. Let's say they were.
Okay.
You've known her for a while. You've known this guy for a while.
Yeah.
But now you know that he's trying to pursue her.
Oh. But have I known the guy longer than the girl?
Yeah.
Then I would at least be open about it. I wouldn't play like an undermined game where I'm trying to like quote unquote win her.
Yeah.
Like she's a prize, let's say, right? I think that's where it gets a little dicey.
We aren't prize ladies.
Yeah, we're
prizes.
We ain't.
Gosh,
we're not
grammar.
prize.
English, please.
I think the way I think about it is that if I've known my friend longer and we're both interested in the same person, then I should be comfortable enough to just have a discussion about it. As opposed to playing like this game where we don't say anything, but we know what we're thinking.
Right.
I think that's where it kind of gets unhealthy. And that's the thing. It's like that relationship may not last, but sometimes like the friend is going to be the one that will stick it out regardless.
Yeah.
Right? So if I was in his situation, who would I choose? Doesn't mean. My thing is that it's not that I would say no because you're my friend. If I really, really like the girl, I would at least be open about it with the friend. Yeah. Yeah. But if he knew her first, and I kind of respect like the first dibs kind of thing, I'd be like, okay, you saw her first. But you have to come to me and say, hey, I like her. That's the thing. They weren't honest with each other.
They weren't definitely
right. The other guy like just kind of let. But then again, it's a dating show.
Yeah.
But if this was the real world, let's say, right? You got to be like, okay, I kind of like her. If she likes you, that's cool, and you hang out, whatever. And if she chooses you, that's fine. But like, I think you have to make that initial thing, because if he doesn't know, then anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
we got Hannah Montana, deep intellectual conversations
deep questions
can come through with that. But I think it's scarier when you're younger, I guess. Sure. Because friends are.
They're everything to you at that age.
Not to say that's even when you're grown up that it's not important. Like friendships are important, but it's like everything. Yeah. When you're that young, so I could see why, the hesitation and stuff like that. Yeah. Right? Yeah. 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 Anyway, I think I don't have anything else to add. Do you have anything?
I was gonna say I did a little deep dive on Mitchel Musso.
Okay.
and I saw something interesting.
All right.
It said that he was Aang in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Like the voice?
The voice of Aang.
Oh my gosh.
But
wait, what?
But
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry about that.
Whoa.
That was weird.
Anyway, but
Bat.
I looked further.
Uh-huh.
He was only the voice for the first episode.
Oh,
Still
yeah.
cool though.
Still pretty cool.
But
Still
then
probably
I
getting
looked even
royalties from that.
further.
Uh-huh.
That episode didn't air.
What do you mean?
The real first
episode
didn't air.
Wow.
And they ended up choosing the
Another
guy
guy.
who eventually was the real voice for Aang.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And he still got credits for that role.
Huh.
Interesting. But he was also the voice of Jeremy in Phineas and Ferb.
Jeremy.
Who is the love interest of Candace.
Yes. Okay.
Who is voiced by Ashley Tisdale, another Disney star.
The connections. They're all coming together.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Anywho.
Anywho.
I think that's it for me. That's all.
Yeah, I'm good. I think
You
we went for an
Gucci
hour 15. I think that's
Oh
a good,
my
good amount
lord.
to end on.
That little discussion at the end really
Yeah, it kind of took a.
extended the
It
conversation.
definitely took a turn. But
Yeah.
hey, if you stuck it out this far, we want to thank you for
Salamat.
listening once
Thank you.
again. You can find us on Spotify. We're on iTunes. The audios are also on YouTube as well, in case you
Yeah.
just want to use YouTube for some reason.
Yeah.
But you can also follow us on Instagram as well. We're gonna try to be a bit more interactive there,
Yes.
with like posts, questions, things like that. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
contribute your thoughts to the show, leave a rating, leave a comment. Let us know what you
What are
thought.
our ratings for this episode?
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. Okay. I'm gonna give this episode, and again, I think my scaling's gonna be weird because unless I think it's a perfect episode, I'm not gonna give it like a 5.
It's fair.
Did I like this episode more than the last one? Because I gave the last one like a 4.
Oh my god, I just realized I had something else. But keep
Uh-oh.
going. Keep going.
Okay, well, never mind.
No, keep going. No, this is part of it.
We're going.
That's part of it.
Oh, this is part of it. Okay. I'm gonna give this episode 4. I'm trying to think of something funny because I'm not that.
I'm trying to think too.
I'm gonna give this episode 4 black licorice gums out of 5.
Nice.
I don't know. That's all I could think of.
Nice.
There you go.
I was gonna go basic and be like 4 bams. Or bam.
I don't have the thing.
Oh, how
Okay, I'll give it.
How
I'll
dare
give.
you.
So instead, I'll give it 4
You think?
out of 5. 4 you thinks out of 5.
Yeah, it's not my favorite episode.
It's okay.
I thought I'd bring in a new segment. We need a segment
Mhm.
make up a name for this. User reviews of the episodes.
Ooh, I like that. Where were you reading from IMDb? Okay, I can think of something, but we can definitely. Do you want to read one now before
Uh-huh.
we? Yeah.
So this person, Carl with 12, wrote this on the 24th of August in 2009.
Yeah.
Oliver is practically in love with Hannah Montana. Miley figures she should tell Oliver, but okay, let's skip that. It's just like a...
That's like a synopsis. Yeah.
Yeah, let me say this episode was better than the first episode. In my point of view, this episode had much sort of a longer 3-dimensional plot to it, with lots of things happening. Like on the other side, it was also Jackson's life rather than Miley's life with problems.
What?
In the first episode, had sort of a simple, solid 1-dimensional plot, so it was good progress. 7 out of 10.
Wow, I didn't understand half. So he was pretty much saying, "Oh, it actually had a B story." It's like, dude, have you
Yeah.
seen a sitcom before?
Oh,
That's pretty
also-
much how it goes.
But overall, a very good episode, better than the first one. But I found Oliver and Miley too really, really nauseating. 7 out of 10.
7. I found the 2 of the main characters, including the main character, nauseating. 7 out of 10. Okay.
Wait, this person, math_drama,
Uh-huh.
wrote fine, 8 out of 10.
Fine. Just fine.
Just
8
fine.
out of 10. Damn, these guys are lenient. Oh my gosh.
That's all.
I'm gonna give it 4 fines out of 5, I guess.
Fine.
Fine. gosh.
Yeah.
What's your rating for the episode?
Oh, 4 out of 5. Bams.
Bams.
Yeah.
Oh, you said that already.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, now to actually wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up.
You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. Follow us on Instagram.
Cool.
Cool.
Do you get the
Oh, I went for the
1,
beginning.
2.
You get the.
Oh,
Oh, we're going from the beginning. I thought I was gonna go from you. Anyway, we have to go, guys. And we're on.
Oh, hot stuff, every shoe, every color. You.
See ya.